Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe. In this channel we talk about the law of attraction, spirituality and self-development, and today we're talking about limiting beliefs. So what is a limiting belief? A limiting belief is a state of mind or beliefs that we think to be true that limit us in some way. When we change our stories, the stories we tell ourselves, we start to live happier and fulfilled lives. So I'll go in depth into what is a limiting belief by making an example of two kids. Let's say you grow up in this house where you are loved, you are shown love, and you are told that you're worth it, and you just loved, and you grow up to believing that you're worth it, that you are loved. So you put yourself out there in the world with this confidence. And then you have this child who grows up in the house where they are neglected, they are told that they are not worth it. So these things are then programmed into their mind, and they grow up with like a low self-esteem, a low confidence. They don't think that they are loved, so they don't put themselves out there. So that's just one example of how limiting beliefs can be created. Another limiting belief, my personal story, I grew up, I'm a middle child, so being a middle child is tough. It's tough, guys. So I grew up not thinking that I was good enough because of maybe the things that were happening in my life, like being bullied, being the way I was living at home and everything. So I grew up believing that I was not good enough. So because of that, I never put myself out there in the world. I used to think that I'm not good enough, I'm not worth it, I don't deserve these good things to happen to me. And I then became antisocial and kept to myself, and I never tried on things. So because of that, then the limiting belief was that you're not good enough, you don't deserve this, so don't even do it, don't even try it. And I continued to grow believing that way, that some things are just good for other people and not for me. And another limiting belief that I had was through an accident, that I was in a car accident when I was in grade 1, and because of that car accident, my knee really hurts for a couple of years. But then I took that as an excuse to say I cannot participate in sports at school or participate in activities that required physical things, because I would use the excuse that I have a sore knee. But the thing is, no doctor told me that my knee is a problem, I can't participate in sport. I just decided that I had a sore knee until I became overweight after high school. I was really overweight, and then when I got to first year, I was like, dude, who told you that you have a sore knee, that you can't practice in sports? Then I signed myself to a gym, and then I started gymming, and ever since, my knee doesn't hurt, my knee is fine. But that was a story I kept on telling myself because I believed it to be true, and I used it as an excuse over these years not to do things that were good for my body, good for my health, because I just used that as a story because of the car accident that I went through. So and we all have these limiting beliefs, so you must just ask yourself, what are these limiting beliefs that you tell yourself or you tell others that you think are true and you think they are keeping you safe, but in reality, are they really keeping you safe, or are they limiting you from achieving bigger and greater things in your life? And these limiting beliefs could be that maybe you don't deserve love, you don't deserve wealth, I'm not good looking and I'm not gonna put myself out there. Maybe you wanna be a model, but you're like, oh no, I'm too short, That's just limiting beliefs that maybe are put to you by society or the media, or maybe it was your parents. But you can change these limiting beliefs, because when you change them, you free yourself to live this flat and fulfilled life. You become more happier, you make your own choices, you rewrite your story. It's you rewrite the things that were put in your mind, you make them better. You can create better beliefs. They don't have to limit you. So I read on this book, it's called The Power of the Mind, and it says that in one passage in the book that got me is that if you have a problem in your life, you are the problem, but the good news is you are also the solution. limiting beliefs have the power to create and the power to destroy. So if your beliefs don't empower you, change them. So guys, I hope that this video was helpful and that you will take the time to sit down and think, what are the excuses that you've been giving yourself that are limiting you from the person that you want to be or where you will want to be. Thank you so much. I hope to see you on my next video. Take care and namaste.